Hello.
Hey Roger, how are you?
Not too bad, not too bad. Listen, I'm just about to start the Zoom trading room meeting. Can I ask a favor? Can you call me back after 11 o'clock?
Not a problem. Are you guys all going to the meeting?
Yes.
Is Ashley in the meeting as well?
No. This is the trading room. I'm hosting. Ashley's hosting from tomorrow.
Okay, cool. Because I've got a client on the chat. He needs assistance from you guys.
I get that. Okay. I'm hosting a meeting now, so can you call me back at 11 or join the meeting, the trading room? Okay.
No problem.
Thanks,
Thank
hey.
you.
Cheers.
Bye.
Morning. Just give it a couple of minutes. Okay, that's past. Okay, let's start off. Well, that was an interesting day we had yesterday. Very interesting. That's one way of putting it, I suppose. The yields came off. The dollar weakened a heck of a lot. The Swiss franc fell out of bed because, as the guy said yesterday, he came up with why the Swiss doing that, and it was because Credit Suisse is in some serious financial difficulty. It wasn't bankruptcy like the guy mentioned. That was a bit over the top, but it could possibly be on the cards. But it's a major bank there, and they got themselves entangled in some big deals that didn't go their way, and so that's taken a knock. because it's such a big bank, and the price of the actual chef came screaming off, it affected the Swiss franc. So the Swiss franc from being the top of the almighty currency level went down to the rather weak level and lost all those areas, which came back and bit most of us. I've got gold up here. Sorry, these guys, give me a second. I've got gold up here, as you can see, and as a result of the dollar falling off quite a bit and the yields coming off quite a bit, it decided to move up, and I'll show you how much, quite dramatically since yesterday. Let's have a look. It's gone up over $50, so it's got an enormous run up. A bit unpredictable, so I don't think many people would have taken advantage of it. I've been always plugging the short for the strong dollar. So, yeah.
Morning, Roger. Excuse me, your screen show US dollar index. It's fine.
Okay.
Sorry about that.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much indeed. Brilliant. That's the trouble. Put this on this one here. Ah, that's better. Okay, thanks for that. Hang on, put the video on as well. Sorry about that. Now we're at it. Okay, so yeah, I'm just going to put the guys up there just a second and the chat line back. Thank you very much, whoever said that. Brilliant. Thank you. Okay, yeah. So yeah, gold, let's say, shot up $50. It's a hell of a strong resistance here. I'm not sure that we're going to see much more upside. I think after that kind of movement, I think it's going to be some profit net taking, and I think it's a good chance of getting some downside here. So that's why I've got it up on the screen. Why has the dollar suddenly weakened a little bit? Because there's a lot of moans and groans at the top levels of the hedge funds and the fund managers and institutions over there that this obsession of bringing the inflation rate down with high interest rates is doing a lot of damage to the man in the street over there. And in a democracy, they've got a one-man, one vote, or one person, one vote, should I say? It is causing a bit of upset. So there's a lot of pressure to maybe get a little more dovish and less hawkish. Not that he's done that. We're talking about Jerome Powell. He hasn't done anything like that. That's the talk and the expectation. A lot of the moves and marks trying to get ahead of expecting what might happen. So as a result of it, the dollar's weakened quite a bit. And so, yeah, as you can see, gold responded to the upside. I'm not sure it's going to be maintained. Do I see a shortcoming or right? No, we all did. We all did. Nothing to do about that. Get a lot of people sending, I lost money yesterday, or WhatsApping me a screenshot of the fact they're down. I'm sorry for them. There's nothing I can do. I can't do anything about it. It happens, you know. So I don't quite want to say to that. I'm sorry. Well, it happens. Nothing else can say. So yeah, yeah. So I personally think this has reached a bit of a zenith here. Whether you want to take that almighty risk and going in on it is another story. If you did, you'd have to put the stop up here, which is quite wide. But I think a stop out of the way, there might be an opportunity of the trade, because I think it's personally overcooked. And yeah, I think there's a possibility to try it and do something with that. Morning, Zeph. Very good, well put, Andrew. I've got two screens. Look at that, and I looked at the chat line there. It's on the other screen. Absolutely well put. It's when you don't know. And that's what happened yesterday. I just confused what was happening on the CHF JPY, because that was a high probability trade that went wrong. So I checked the other Japanese, what suddenly got the strength of Japanese, and Japanese weren't doing well against anywhere else. So clearly the problem with the Japanese, it was the Swiss franc. And luckily one of our guys there, because I mean, I can't say he stopped the whole show and start Googling right left and center, obviously looked it up and he found the Credit Suisse was the problem. So then it made sense. So yeah, absolutely. It doesn't, got to know why. As I said yesterday, I'm failing at the exam. What did I do wrong? Well, I'm telling you. So you don't know what to study to fix what was gone wrong, because they won't tell you. If they tell you what you did wrong with that, then you can bone up on it and get the exam the next time. That sort of thing. So yeah, you've got to know why. Absolutely, totally, yeah. And those are the reasons. Do I think it's overcooked at these levels? Yes, I do. But the problem is, again, like this most sports, everything on the planet comes down to psychological confidence. And if you take a bit of a smack on a couple of trades, the confidence takes a waver, much as you get a bit overconfident if you have half a dozen trades that are winners. you think, oh, this would be another one, no problem at all. The bottom line is, if your confidence is not too shattered, I do see there could be a bit of downside here. But my problem is, I think it might be worth waiting for a confirmation. I don't know. But if you're still confident, you might have been some other trades that did well. You might say, hang on a minute, I'm confident enough to go for it. But I would think it'd be wise to have quite a wide stop, somewhere about this sort of level here, if you want to look at it. Even though the momentum's up, I think it's getting to very much overcooked territory. Around about 1730, about a $20 stop, which means $20. It's $20 for 0.01 would be, it's 10 cents. So even I'm getting a bit confused. Put the damn thing up. I'm a bit mentally not you do the top of my head. Short, let's stop loss at 1730. TP, I think we'll stick a long one on this one. Long short on this one. Okay, so that would be 35 bucks per micro. So for 0.01, it would be 35 rand divided by 18 or whatever exchange rate against dollars. Put about it's about $2 a micro. It is $2. Of course, 20 is $2 a micro. So it's $2 or 35 bucks a micro. Would be your risk if you want to take it. Position size. Well, it very much is. Like I just said, exactly what you're saying it to you. Yeah. That's exactly, they went in a quarter instead of 0.5% expectation, yeah, on the Aussie. So because expecting half and they only got a quarter, it would make Aussie a bit, which is unexpected. Yeah. Okay, haven't got a confirmation. You can see any sellers coming in as yet, but I think they're should be coming anytime soon. Should be doing that. So there's a possibility, if you have the confidence, to look at maybe a bit of a pullback on this, which I feel has got to come in. Anyone want to sit and wait or looking at it? What do you reckon? Well, at least that's good. Well done, Etienne. That's good news. Okay, so what do you? Should we sit tight on this one? We've got a few to look at, if you like. But do you want to sit tight and wait on it, or what's the feeling on this one for a potential short? Remember, this, guys, is very much a trading room. This is not a training room; it's a trading room for clarification purposes. If you want to know more about technical analysis and fundamentals and CFDs, you need to go to the classes. Okay. I'm afraid I agree with you, Etienne. Yeah. Yeah, I think maybe you're right there, Philip. Give it a bit of a time or so, yeah. There's plenty of downside potential, maybe not get too cute, because that's stretched quite a bit, but stretched more than I expected. So, yeah. Okay, that's fine. Right. That. I'm just going to mute you all there, because it's back coming in there. Yeah, okay, happy with that, guys. Okay, so right, if you want to chit chat, please tell me and I'll unmute. No problem there. Got a couple to look at, but I think it might be a wait to see. I went through in the room this morning, just before the strategy room this morning, and there's a little bit of not sure because of these sudden movements. But I think the S&P is looking a bit on the high side, maybe confirmation. We can start maybe setting up a bit of a short there. The NASDAQ we talk about, but to repeat myself, please don't touch it if you haven't got enough capital, because of amazing volatility, you need very wide stops. That's exactly my thought, Anya. I think that's exactly it. I think we can get it. I think we're looking for a pullback on this one. I really do think so, yeah. It might go up another couple. We can't remember. We know I can't give an exact. Nobody can. But I think it's overcooked. It's going to hover around there a bit. I think it might start coming off. Keep an eye on the DXY. It's not showing just now me on the screen. There's a little bit, too early to say, a little bit of movement on strength coming in. So I think we could maybe do something with this. Well done. Yeah. Well, yeah, I discouraged you a bit. Yeah, maybe I did. Yeah, in hindsight, you know, I might have discouraged you about shorting something and it went up, and then you're pleased. Another time it did go up and it did, and it went down, and I discouraged you. And well, happens, you know. But yeah. Anyway, at least good news there. Thanks, Nash. Morning, Cheryl. Should we just before we do the GBY? I think so as well. I think NZD as well. We'll look at that in a moment, and the CAD JPY. I think that ship sell personally. We'll look at GBP JPY to start with. Yeah. GBP JPY. And now I'm going about the end a little bit on the weak side. Brent's a little bit on the strong, which is giving a bit of Japanese weakness, but I think that pound's overcooked. Remember, this is how many days is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 6.5 days, we'll call it, and it's gone up from there to there. So talking 1,600 odd pips. It's a heck of a move. I think it's getting overcooked territory. Would I want to be shorting it now? Well, have we got enough? I'm looking for a short, basically. I'm not looking for a long at this stage. Have we got enough to give momentum to give it a short? I'm not sure. It's a round figure, which is a bit of a plus. If the one figure holds, it might come off a bit. But yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I think it's overcooked, but I think I'd rather look at something a little bit stronger to set it against than the yen at the moment. But I think it's a bit overcooked on just around all the currencies at the moment. Okay, so wait for confirmation, which we're certainly not getting at the moment. It's not breaking down. Let's look at the hour chart. Probably get a better picture there. See, we've got no confirmation there, even on a 15-minute. No confirmation there. Would I chase it as a long at this stage of the game? I'm not too sure I would either. I personally a little bit gun shy to have a go at this one, but I think it's a bit overcooked. I think it's a bit overbought. Having said that, still going up. Do you guys want to buy this or whatever? For me, for the record, Petra, I'm leaving it. But yeah, if you want to take it along, well, that's your choice. I have to say, does anyone can back you on that? Anyone want to back Petra on the long or a short on this one? Yeah, for long the ship sailed, and it's a bit presumptuous, preemptive to try and set at this stage of the game. Okay. Yeah. 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 I've got it down to have a look for a short on that one as we talk, as we mentioned there. Okay, so can we move on? Just going to go up the chat line again because I don't want to miss anybody there. CAD JPY. Let's have a quick look at that. I think I'm not going to spend too long on it. Yeah, okay, I see what you're coming from now. It's a nice range trade, broken out of the range. See me there, Hurt. I get your point now. It's broken out of the range. Now it's in the buy territory again, and it's moved up and taken this guy out here. So there's a probability of some upside there. Yeah, I take your point. There's maybe a stop down here somewhere. Good. So putting that together, I'm looking at the movement up. It's gone up there nearly 200 pips, 175 odd pips. I think it might have a bit of a pullback. We test this and bounce. If it does that, I would be very much more confident going for a buy than I would at the moment. Okay, that's my opinion. What do you think? Agreed. Okay, fine. Good. Okay, I'm going to go AUD USD, that was mentioned, and then we'll do the NZD. I think this is a possibility of a pullback here. There's not much movement on the dollar index for confirmation, but I think there's a chance we could. The odds is a bit weak. I think the dollar is a bit undervalued. I still see a bit of strength coming back into it. I think there's a probability of some downside here. I think there's a definite possibility. Let's have a look at the 4-hour. See, it's trying to take it out, a bit of a pullback. What's the hour? What do you think, guys? I think it's a 15-minute. Got a couple of candles creeping in here. It's not a very decisive move. I give you due. I think a little bit. I think the markets, the traders there, a little bit shell shocked at the moment with the Credit Suisse situation and the sudden pullback on the dollar. So I think it's a little. Some of the movements are a bit tentative, but being that as it may, I do see some downside here. Is it 3 o'clock? I have to check on my economy. Let's see. 4 o'clock is the jobs openings and the guards speaking at 5. There's not much happening at 3 on my side. Okay, but yeah, I do see some downside here. What do you guys think? That's my opinion. Members of the forum, we're sharing these ideas. What do you think? I think there's a possibility of some downside here. Once you're mulling that over, I'll quick look at the weekly. Seem to be defended on the weekly, daily, 4-hour, 1 hour. Yeah, it looks like we're getting some downside here. Where can we put the stop? Don't have to have it too wide. Takes it out. Maybe just a 50 pip stop, something like that, and get some downside. Don't have to go to a massive position. I'll put it up and see what you think. What's 50 pips on this? 65.80. Then we take the TP down to this level here, 64.50. There we are. What do you think on that one? I think there's a bit of a possibility on this one. What do you think, guys? Are you mulling it over? I'll leave it up while you have a quick check your side. Non-Finello, great stuff, likes it. Anybody else like to look at this one? I think it's Etienne, do you like it? I think you mentioned earlier on. Anyone else like it? Okay, let's have a go at this, see if we get something out of this. Give me a moment to write it all down. Okay, see how that goes. Okay. Now I'm going to go to the NZD, USD, simpler one. Exactly the same as that one. So let's have a look at that, see if you want to do this one as well. What is that distance? Slightly wider stop. Is it really necessary? It is above the round figure. Yeah, I do quite like it. Now we'll leave it there. 15. Ignore the 3. 15 and down to there, which is 56. Slightly wider stop, but it's above the round figure. Yeah, similar as the last one. You might get a better price, who knows? Okay, anyone want to try this one as well? It's 125, this one, a micro, so your position size will be slightly different, maybe just slightly smaller. But yeah. You want to do the other one? Then want to do this one. Just wait a few moments while you work it out. If you want to say anything or comment, please do so before we move on to the next one. Nobody? Okay, Franco, finally likes it. Anybody else? Anybody else? Anybody else? Nobody else? Okay, well, you're in finally. Nobody else seems to want to take it. Okay, we'll move on. Okay, what was the others? A couple more you mentioned there. Just scrolling back up. Hey, that's right. This one here. We check the 4 hour. Not much confirmation there. Not really on that one either. 15 minutes starting to get a bit of confirmation. Might be want to wait for a bit of confirmation. But if I was going to sell, I'd rather sell against the dollar at this stage than, let's say, the JPY. Okay, fair enough, people. Remember, this is a trading room. It's not a training room. So I'm assuming you've done the classes. You a few Forex and CFD classes, platform trading, that sort of thing. This is where we put it together, what you've learned from the classes. Okay. Please be free to stick around, ask questions, etc. But and welcome, absolutely as well. Welcome. Yeah, like anything else, it is a trading room, and yeah, you'll pick it up as you go along. Always remember, I think, was it you, Philip? Was it Johan, rather, teaches the piano? Remember, you can't learn the piano in 5 minutes, you won't this either. So, but with repetition, it should start to come right. Okay, so I'll put the NZD down then. Just going to go back to that quickly. What was it? 15, wasn't it? What point? Actually, I don't need to renote it. Just a second, I write it down, guys. Give me a moment. Okay, so not that. Okay, I've got it down now. Okay, make sure it's 5.6 on it. I think it was a TP. Yeah, 5.6, good enough. Okay, getting back to GBP USD. So when you get a bad 2 days, it can actually give some opportunities, which hopefully will be all right. The 1.14 seems to be holding. Have we got any confirmation on this one? I've got another look at the 15-minute quickly. Yeah, we're getting there. We're getting there, guys. We're getting there. We're getting there. I'll put it up and you can have a look. Where's this distance-wise? Quite big, that stop. Let's have a look. I think I'm just above the round figure. TP, well, plenty of downside potential. Maybe take it down here to start with. If it still comes off, we can always modify the TP. 1.1075, call it. Anyone like the look of this one? It's slow, but the dollar index is starting to try to climb. Well, as you think about that, I'm going to copy and paste as I normally do. So you think about it, see what you've got to say on itself, and let's copy and paste. Some guys might not have them. Right, that's a dollar index. This is the 10-year bond yields coming up. And very important is the economic calendar that gives you updated, important fundamentals, which you can keep handy, minimize, and be aware of. There we are. Okay, so a couple of people like this one. So I'm going to put this down. We might get a couple of good trades out, put the smile back on our face. Right, 1.1390. Okay, great. Move on. Right, a couple more written down. Gbp Chf. Right, before we go too much into that, remember Credit Suisse was a problem, but it's not bankrupt. It's still in operation, and I think most of that bad news was taken out. The pound, I still think, is not a great and strong currency. There's pressures on the new Prime Minister, Liz Truss, already. You get a bit of a honeymoon period already on her, particularly on that last budget, which most economists do not think was very good. It's gone right up to the 50-day moving average. I think there's a possibility of a sell here. Again, maybe you want to be waiting for confirmation. Let's look at the 4-hour. Have we got a confirmation? Well, we clearly haven't got it at the moment there. We haven't got on the 1 hour, which is a bit short time frame, but I think there's a possibility set up here if this holds for a stop up here and a TP down here. I think this could be a trade here. I think confirmation might be the name of the game, but I think the Swiss is oversold. I think could come back and strengthen a bit. Again, it hasn't actually got a confirmation, don't forget, but I think it's a possibility here. Just write that down, just write that down. GBP NZD, so don't forget. Right, any comments on this? Do I hear a wait? Do I hear anything? Do I hear an aggressive guy saying I'm going to preempt it? Or I don't want to buy it. So. For sure, no problem at all. We'll go back to that. We can come back to this. There's no screaming around. It's not exactly flying. You know, so we can do that. I've got down here. No problem. If you miss them, please. This is what it's about. That's very important. 1.4. Got 9.7, but if you want to make it around figure 1.15, you can, doesn't matter. And this one here would be 1.1075. You got that, Cheryl? Good. If you want to put 1.15 instead, it's 3 pips as close as damn, it's up to you. Okay. If it gets to 1.1497, we'll get to 1.15, so save you 3 pips. Might as well leave it at that. Okay, see how that pans out. Great stuff. Yeah. If anyone missed it, please ask and I'll go back to it. That's important. That's no problems there. Absolutely, Cheryl. What were we talking about just now? What's the thread GBP? What was it? GBP something or other, Swiss franc. Before we go to the NZD, yeah. Do sort of the 1 hour, anything happening there? I think might be an idea to wait for a bit of confirmation. Well, like 4 hour, no confirmation there. So I'm going to put that down because I think it's a good possibility. This one, I'll put a little tick beside it to try and revisit it later on. See if we can get a confirmation. Okay. What is one you were looking at there? GBP NZD. You want to buy this one, hey? Not sure about that personally. I give you a very, very highly intelligent scientific reason for this. I'm scared. Yeah, I'm scared. Gone up 1,800 plus pips in the last 1, 2, 3, the last swell. So you're right now. How long ago it was? Since the 26th, what's that? 8 days, and there's been a weekend in between. She's a hell of a run. I'm a bit nervous just chasing it here. Okay. All right, you know the score, you know the drills left, you've done it long enough, you can work out your figures, if you're happy with it, clearly go for it. Before I move on to anything else, I'm a bit chicken on this one, chasing it here. But that's just because I'm a chicken doesn't say that other roughy toughies out there might like it. Anybody else want to go along with Zeph? If you do, we'll put up the figures and take it from there. Anybody want to go and do this one as a buy? Anyone do this a buy? No feedback. So what's that telling me? Not interested or what? Any feedback on it? See the dollar's starting to pick up. Good stuff. Well done. You're doing well, is it? Okay, well, we'll leave it. Nobody we comment on it, so we'll move on. Euro JPY on the subject. You're along on this one, I presume, since we're doing okay. Yeah. You want to join, Seth? Okay. Now I've lost track. What was it now? GBP NZD. Right. Where's your stop, Zeph? One nine five four three. And your TP, 2000 or something. I can't remember, 200, whatever it was. Check it back here. Speed things along. 2046. Three. Let's look at a bit of a long-term one you got on this one. So that's 300 rand a micro. Clearly, it's ahead of a wide stop. It's a bit of a longer-term one, which is fine. No problem with that. Which means you get a smaller position. 275 pips. So it's going to be, well, you can see on the screen there. So you're talking about nearly 300 rand a micro. Okay, well, there it is if you want to do it. I think most are going to leave it alone. So if you're doing it, there it is. Now we can move on. Okay, fine. Right, we'll leave that alone for the moment. Actually, no, it's your idea. Why not? Two guys are doing it. GBP, NZD, ZEF, and non-fameux. Okay, we'll revisit that one. Okay. Good, hope it does. Great. The other one I was looking at, fun enough, don't normally do it, is US dollar CAD. There's looking at potential buy on this one. I think it's come back quite a bit of a range trade, and I thought there might be some possibility of some upside here. Well done, Yasha. Yeah, don't do that. And we've got to remember, you've always got to have free margin in your account. If you've got 1,000 in your account, or 10,000 or 100,000 or whatever, you don't put the entire on the market, because any movement against margin call, you've got to keep free margin to maintain the open trade. Don't forget that. It's a long, long position. Okay, so let's have a look at this one. See, look at that bit of support there. Come on. A few buyers are coming in on the 4 hour. That's not helping much, is it? So yeah, I think it's a possibility we might get a bit of upside on this one. What do you guys think of this? Calculator. Should do it. Okay, TP up the top there, it's easy enough. $38.10. Might not get that high, might pull that back a bit. Now that should be all right. So, do you like those stop, or do you want a wider stop, or do you want to do this at all? What do you think of this one? Haven't done Brent, it's coming off at all. Hovering, not doing much. Okay, anyone like the look of this one? You like it, Philip? Anybody else like it? Okay, fine, no problem. Anybody else want to do this one? Anybody else? Please tell me one way or the other. You're going to pass, okay. Anyone want to do this one? Well, I like it, so I'm going to put it down. Okay, moving on. See how all we do, see what happens there. Going to wait on that one, no problem. Okay, right. I think that's me sorted. Oh, it's just the Gbp Chf monitoring the possibility of a pullback. Technically looking at, could well do that. Yeah, getting a bit of a pullback there. Anyone want to take a chance on this one? No, I've got a pretty stern no. So we want to leave the Gbp Chf. Okay. I'll put a calculator out in case anybody does like it, not the calculator. And take that somewhere. Should do it. To start with, anyway. Yeah, 1.1, Lou. Am I doing the right way? Yeah, 1.1. Yeah. We make this a little bit wider. Just a little bit tighter. Right. Okay, fair enough. You feel that, Nyasha? Then okay, could well be. I still don't quite like this. So it's got good possibility. Looks at the hour chart. There's a possibility here. But if you want to leave it, fair enough. Okay, leave it. I think that's all I've got for the moment. Is gold coming off at all? Trying to come off, yeah. I think we could get a gold one. If you would still want to wait on gold, I think it's a possibility we might get some downside here, as mentioned earlier. Just revisiting. Anyone? I'll put the calculator up if anyone is interested in looking at that. Some downside here. Nobody? Okay, I'll just check the S&P, look at further other trades we've got in and see how they're going, and then we can take it from there. No confirmation there. Okay, we'll leave that. Okay, we've got a couple out, set to have a look. Some guys took them, so you're probably looking yourself because you're in the trades. Be quite likely you're looking at them. Are we getting a downside? We got in at 30, a little bit of downside there. NZD, we got in at 43. About the same. GBP, a couple of guys might have taken that one. It was at 90. About the same. Okay. So those are the ones we're looking at. And the GBP NZD was a buy at 98.11. It's about the same. Not much movement at the moment. And the CAD I did quite like at 3.6. Any upside on that? About the same. Okay. All right, we'll see how that goes in. Okay. Okay. Yeah, just put that in for you. We checked it, but I have to say I was a little bit cautious, should we say, Tabo? I was a bit cautious on this one. I get it's had a hell of a move up, but if I was going to sell it, I would sell it maybe against a slightly stronger currency. and I'll be a little bit reluctant to chase it now. I think it's a bit, as I say, a bit overbought at the moment. Consensus generally here is to leave it alone. Okay, unless you want to add anything to it. Okay. Right, everyone to look at any shares. I can't see any particular shares as grabbing me, so we'll stick with the other stuff. We mentioned the indices at the moment, climbing a little bit. I think it's going to get a chance to short it soon. We've got a few trade ideas out there at the moment. So yeah, that's me sorted out for anything I can come up with. That's the ones I've written down. Yeah, so yeah, just checking my notes there, see anything else to mention. We had a couple out Eurocad jumping around, didn't do too badly. Eurocad, still in a bit of profit, jumping around a bit, but at least it made a profit, so that wasn't too bad. We know about the Swiss franc. I still think actually there's a chance it could come back again. Might not be after yesterday's knock, Jacob. It might be a little bit reluctant to go into it again. But I think there's a chance it could start going back up again. We can discuss it further. I'm just throwing it out there if you like. If you're not keen, obviously we won't. Otherwise, anybody there have any questions to ask? Got Schumer, Christine, Benson, quite a few guys there. Any questions you'd like to ask? Anything you want clarification on? Anything you want to look at? This is a chance. How to set the charts up? Anything like that? We can do that in the meantime. Any comments, guys? Any other trades you're in you want to look at? You do specific trading you want to discuss? You mentioned Japanese yen earlier on. If it comes back a bit, thought might be a good idea if it comes back and bounces here to buy it. Keep an eye on that one. So this is doing quite well. Yeah, it's doing quite well, eh? Come off 27 pips, 25 now. 25 pips, that's doing okay, hey? Yeah, basically, yes. Simple as that, Farned. Yeah. But I wouldn't talk about it now, no. I think still get a bit of a pullback before that happens. I don't think there's any supply cuts. I think OPEC would talk, I will ask basically, are they going to start to increase supply rather than decrease it? And so they're probably going to stay with the original August decision. So preempting to buy it now, I think it could get a bit of a pullback on oil. We'll do that, then we can look at buying it. I think hold 5 at the moment. Okay. I bet you do. Who doesn't? Who doesn't like blue, hey? No, we did not, and you're not old. You're a strapping young fella there, Mr. Philip. Yeah, I think sell the rally still is my take on the Dow. It's jumped up a bit. It could get if we it could get a bit of a pullback. We'll have a look in a minute. Okay, I think it's a bit overcooked to buy it now. I want to buy it, no doubt about it. Looking at it's consolidated, it's not moving much. So yeah, if it pulled back a bit, I'll look to buy it. I wouldn't be selling it, buy it, but I'd rather get a better price. Simple as that. No more than that. I keep a strong eye on it. I look at it all the time, and I'm waiting to pounce on it. I've done very well out of it, and I obviously want to even do well again with it. But I don't want to sell it, but I'd rather wait to get a better price. It's like, I like your house, guys, but your price is too high. You've got to wait to get a better price. I'll buy it off you. Okay. Dow, you want to look at the Dow? What's the Dow gone? Maybe can't get the bloody thing right. Okay, Dow. Yeah, I think that's setting up. If that can hold, that resistance can hold, I think we've got a possibly downside, but again, could easily go to the round figure 30,000. But I'm still sticking to my overall outlook is sell the rally rather than getting too cute on the long side. Having said that, the guys who did see it was oversold down and bought it, they've done very well. But I'm still favouring rather sell the rally. That's my take anyway. You agree, dude? Okay. For sure, of course. Midnight. Bloody hell, man. Midnight. Sure. Talking about get on, stay on. We used to call that Chinese watches. Not 12 on, 12 off, but 12 on, 12 on. I'm not so long at midnight, so I'm showing on the position TP. 7-7. Oh, not quite 7-8 is good enough. About there. Can't get exactly a weekly chart, but you get the idea. And stop loss 71. Yes, damn it. Yeah, that's what you mean, right down that area there. Not sure you're getting more than the one-to-one risk reward, but no problem. If you're happy with that, fair enough. Some people say the one-to-one, that's not a problem. Considering most of the time you're stopped at hopefully in a profit if you're doing it. And it's not in getting to your TP to give you that 2-to-1 anyway. So it's not totally against that. Aussie's a bit weak at the moment. Again, will it sustain a more upward movement? Good possibility. I don't have a problem with that. It should be a bit of a range trade. Could well get there. About time the Brits beat the Aussies anyway. That hasn't been happening much in sport for a while, eh? Yeah, it's okay. Anyone like Zef's trade here? Yeah, you see that very much so. Let's have a look at the shorter term. CPC came off, the buyers are coming in. Came off, buyers are coming in. Back in the breakthrough here, I think you do. Coming off, buyers are coming in. Even on the 15-minute, look, buyers, that's higher than that, even on the 15-minute. So definite momentum is upwards. I totally see that. That's a buy, yeah. Quite a long term. So just a slightly longer term trade. So you have a wide stop, and then just remember that means you will get more smaller position size. I put up some guys might like to do this. Steph's ideas one. Back on the weekly, had it down there, didn't we? Seven, eight, I think it was 781. 781. Just remember, with a wide stop like that, you're looking at this kind of, it's like the Dow Jones. It's about 400 pips a micro. So anybody doing this, you've got about $8 grand in your account. If you want to do it smaller, it's at quite a high risk, 400 bucks against 5,000 rand. Remember that as a percentage of balance. I mean, 10% is quite a large amount of your balance you're risking. You only bring in 10% of your balance, but you're getting very small amounts of money. No choice. You won't be able to trade if you a 50-buck risk anyway. So you've got to go 10% above if you have a small account. Anyone want to join Zef on this one? I'm sorry, Zef, I'm going to be honest with you, I'm going to chicken out on this one personally, but that doesn't stop. I mean, Zef's got some good ones in here, but I'm chicken out on. So don't let that, I'm just giving my opinion, but don't let that stop you if you like it. Just wait a few moments. Anybody like it? I want to join Zef. I'll have this one down under a Zef one. My wingman, as they call it. Mike, you had a few good trades there, Zef. Maybe I'm your wingman. Okay, so we don't want to enter now. Okay, well, if the lead of the trade's not keen entering now, I'm not sure it'd be a good idea to try and push other guys to do it. So we'll leave it then. Oh, hang on, that's no good, is it? You're quite right. That's not going to work. Good point. Look at the reward. And that's not going to work. So you're going to have maybe a tighter stop. Let's stop up here. Might be slightly better. Still only 1.29, so that's your problem. Anyway, it's leaving anyway, so we'll leave it. If you want to do it, I'll find something for you, but well spotted. Thank you, Tabella. Yeah, too busy looking at the chart, not looking at this thing here. Okay, we'll leave that one for now then. Okay, fair enough then. If you want to come to it, I'll put stuff on to try and make it a right story if you want. Okay, oh, here's another one, Euro US dollar. Just a second, just going back to my one. Yes, we have, and I'm quite to look at it again. I think there's possibly some downside there. I think some downside here as well. Many forgot the euro dollar. I think there's a possibility of downside here as well. I think the dollar is undercooked, in other words, oversold. It's starting to rise as I'm looking at my DXY there. I think there's some possibility here of some downside. Okay, fair enough. Well, we left that behind. We're going to this one with the S&P in a moment. Anyone like to look at this one as you're looking at it, checking on it, to look at the other ones? Yeah, some bit of resistance there. I think it's a possibility of this one. I'll put the calculator up, see if we think of it. Doesn't have to be too wide a stop. If it starts getting these levels here, we got it wrong anyway. It's broken through. So that's fine. And put the TP down here somewhere. 97.30. What do you think of that one, guys? I think there's a possibility of some downside here. I think there's a short here, and it's battling to break above resistance. Sales are coming in. The dollar is strengthening as we speak. I think you're enjoying the gold trade after this, by the way. You like it, Etienne? Anybody else like it? I think there's a good possibility of a pullback on gold as well. Yeah, be a nice one. Okay, great stuff. Try to use the word yeah, not yet, because it reminds me too much of jip, and that's where he goes wrong. Oh, I'm getting a jip from this one. Just kidding, Petro. Just kidding. Just being smart ass. What's it? Must be good to be in dollars on a salary, eh? When you're traveling, with being so strong, you're getting some good value out there. Oh, gold, yeah. Oh, S&P, sorry, go to that first. Beg your pardon. We don't really have a confirmation. We hope to get a bit of a confirmation on this. Even on the hour, we haven't really got any confirmation as such. I'm looking for a short, but I want a confirmation on it. Hope I pronounced it right. Sona. Hope I got that right. Have a bit of a laugh at them. I can take it. I see some downside here, but we haven't had a confirmation, so it might be presumptuous to jump in just yet. Look at the yields. So the yields go up, it's bad for the markets. The yields are starting to go up. Yields are starting to go up. It's a bit aggressive going in now, but I think some opportunity here if you want to be aggressive. If you want to be conservative, wait for confirmation. Might be more prudent, no problem at all. If you want to be aggressive, what about this possibility of a bit of pullback on this? Probably leaning towards maybe wait for confirmation. But otherwise, I won't be buying it. I'm still looking at more downside on the world's markets. Okay. Any comments on this one, or should we move on to gold? Because I think we get in on gold. If you want to come back to, we can. Because I think gold is going to be a good start to rise. I think there's a good chance of getting a gold one in here. So we'll look at anything happening on the shorter term. Start to try to pull back there. Bit of resistance it seems to be holding. Dollar is starting to strengthen. The yields are starting to strengthen. They're both negatives for gold. Can we get this? I think it's worthwhile. Get the stop up here. Get it out the way up there. Yeah, I still make a $20 stop. There we are. And I'm going to stick with the 1650. Still think it could get back there, but it doesn't matter if it doesn't. If you're in profit, so what? There we have it. We'll look at the moment, ZEF and ZDJPY. Okay, I have to say I quite like this. I think we're going to get a pullback here. Anybody like to do this one? Furiously searching your charts, as I can see. Yeah, I think it's a good one. Well, maybe knowledge, but I think if you're not lost in the last one, win on this one. I think there's a good chance it's going to pull back. And even if it rises a bit more, I think this is quite a strong obstruction here around these levels here. And you have to have a seriously changed economic outlook for it to start rising those levels there. Bomb's got to go off with something ridiculous. Okay, fair enough. I do go that. I do like this one for the record. Okay. Yeah, well, accept. So you did, but I mean, okay. South Africa lost a rugby match the other day, but they won a few more. So let's have a look. Okay. Right. Going into the closest one. Oh, NZD. Sorry, beg your pardon. NZD JPY. Right. Well, it looks to me it's a bit of a buy zone to me there. Came back, tested the 200. Yeah, I presume you're looking at a buy. Am I correct, or are you looking to sell it? Yeah. Okay. Right. Let's have a look. Yeah, but don't be sure. If it breaks back down there, we've got a problem. It seemed to be holding. The sellers came in again. I think there's a good chance of this one. I agree. A little bit wider down the other way. TP up there. Happy with that? $84.60. Call it. That's not bad, eh? Yeah, okay, I've just done that, yeah. What about that? Okay, non-finance, fair enough. You're doing good in the NZD AUD last I looked anyway, so sell there against the dollar. So if you feel that way, no problem. Remember, this is no 100% right or wrong. Yeah, that's right, yeah. I prefer the word brilliant minds, but great will do. Modesty is a crime. Okay, yeah, that's not too bad. Who would like to do this one? Zef trade, I concur. Zef's going to enter. Anybody else going to enter? Okay, that's good enough, Werner. Right, NZD. So we're getting some after all that moans and groans. Well, I was moaning and groaning this morning after got smacked around a bit yesterday. 19. 542 Well, 82.10 round figure there. To stop at 84.60. Okay, great. Going to give it a go, Lorenzo. Good stuff. Whenever I see your name, I always think of you watch those YouTube videos you're telling me about. Let's have a bit of laugh on that. Okay, good stuff. Right, DDD, gold's coming off, that's good. Anyone enter the gold, you're doing all right, okay, at the moment. Let's just go back and revisit, going into the 11 o'clock close, AUD USD. We got in at, where is it now? Got what's moving the paper already. Ah, here we are. AUD USD got 65.30, right? Trying to get through on their 65, just go to shorter term. Just trying to break through this area here. If we can break through here, we should get some decent run down. Just holding around there. At least it's in a profit. That's good to see. NZD. There's another one we went in at where we're going at 43. That's in a profit so far. That's looking good. GBP USD, a couple of guys decided that. Just get this out of the way. GBP USD, we got at 13.90. That's doing nicely, eh? It's 30 pips in profit. So we're going back on the trading room track. What a pleasure. US dollar CAD, we'll come to yours in a minute, Zev. Dollar CAD 360. Many guys like that, but I like to put it down. It's my privilege to do that. Yep, that's 20 pips in profit. Nice one. GBP CHF was a sell at 1256. That's nice in a profit, hey. 5.6, that's 40, yeah, 40 pips in profit. GBP NZD, Zef went for this one, 98.11. I chickened, so for missing out, well, I would like to read 1.9811. It's about even Steven, slightly up, but not much. At least it's slightly up. Right, so that's not too bad. Euro USD, we just got in, probably not much movement at the moment, 98.72. That's it's just the same, okay. Gold we mentioned 750. About the same, doing all right just now. We just got NZD quite a bit to check it out. So, right, not looking too bad. China's on holiday, by the way, talking about Independence Day. China's on holiday. I think Hong Kong is a lot more out of interest. Yeah, thanks for that. Yeah, thank you for that, Natasha. It's a thing with a string overnight, to say the least. But yeah, so seem to be going okay. At the moment, anyway. We're getting ahead of ourselves, but turn around and come all the way back again. It's like, for the moment, they're looking good. Well, yes, Zeph, definitely. Well, we got it. We're already in the trading room here on the short AUD USD. We got in at 65.30 about an hour or so ago, maybe slightly more. I'm not sure we'll be chasing it here unless you wanted a longer term strategy. You might want to chase a long term strategy, but that's what you could do. I'll stick with the same stop loss, see if you think it's worth it. 65.80. And we had a TB down to 64 around. Forget what the hell I put in there, idiot. And 0.64. Yeah. Might have to put a slightly tighter stop then. Some of that line, if you want to chase it now. And we looked at them, yeah, we looked at them both. Not AUD and ZE, no. We didn't look at that, no. That's, there it is. If you want to chase it, there you are, Seth. No, I didn't look at the AUD and ZE, no. I'm not particularly keen on this one, actually, but so I'm not keen. So if anyone's keen on this, give me the figures, take us through it. I'm going to leave this. Okay. Clearly you're selling it. 1.14. One, 2. Well, it's got a 1.3 risk reward. You happy with that? I'm going to give this a miss personally, but anyone like this? Anyone want to make it a slightly tighter stop loss off? I think TP is in the right place. Yeah, not sure about the tighter stops in the day's range. That's the only problem. Anyway, anyone like this one? No go? Anyone want to support Zephyr? Okay, Don Fernando, great. See you later. Any support for Mr. Alio? Quit some RS there. Sorry, Leotili, I'm not with you. Quit some RS there. Because the risk reward is not good, I can see that. Unless you want to put a tighter stop. No? I think you're on your own there, Zeph. Well, if it's too small to get in, that's fair enough. Okay, Zeph. Well, just remind me we get together to come and join us at 4, which I hope obviously you do. There is some SP at that level. No, I'm still not with you. But anyway, you can remind me later and check up on it when we get together later on. Oh, support. Oh, support at that level. What level? I mean, you're saying that the figures are wrong, or I mean, 4 hour might help. You mean some resistance then? If you're going short, that'd be a resistance, okay? Resistance is where you're targeting support, what's behind you. Anyway, as I say, I'm not keen. Cheers, Lorenzo. I hope we get you later if you can make it. Okay, well. Anyway, we'll check it out for you if just remind me on this one, because I'm not right now. I don't getting much support. Nobody else has seemed to want to do it, so I'll do that for now. Okay, guys, we've got a few out. Well done. Thank you very much for your assistance, support, moral support after yesterday, and the trades are getting out. Last we looked, wasn't so long ago, are starting to look pretty good. So we might get the smile back on the face there. Yeah. Hey, guys, Nasha, get back into the marine attitude. Okay, for sure. No problem with you. Yeah. I think it's mine and Mr. Cup. We've got in AUD USD at 65.30, shipper sales. Okay. Got on the NZD USD at 87.43 as a short, or as a short. 87.43. Might want to chase it. It's already 12, 13, 14 in profit. You might want to chase it, but we got that one as a short. GBP USD at 13.90. Doing quite well a moment ago. It's just popped its head up as it does. That's the market. And we got it at 13.90. If you want to chase that one, we can, because it's pretty close to it. Okay. Thanks, Ed. So we got there. We got this on this one at 90. Just tell me if you want to chase in them. And GBP Chf at 12.56. Cheers, Sephora. Again, that's not looking too bad. So those are the ones we got in. Okay. You want to take GBP USD, okay? I'll put the figures we got on, the same figures before, 1497. And 1.075, 1.1075. There you are. So we got slightly higher, but this TP is still pretty good. So yeah. Okay, got them? Got them there, Tilly? Thank you very much. I appreciate you very much as well. Thank you. Got it. Okay, guys, great stuff. I hope these continue to do well. Put a smile back on our faces after a bit of a knock the Swissy yesterday in the gold. More the Swiss. So hope we're going to get back into the winning mood. Fantastic. Thanks very much as always. Cheers, guys, and see you later.